We are currently living in a situation where we could save 75% of our income, but we don't. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Linin Up Ducks. A lot of you have asked me why we haven't been saving as heavily this year, and a lot of that is because we saved like mad crazy last year, and we are currently living in a situation where we could save 75% of our income, but we don't. And the reason why this year is because of Scott's deployment. He says he's going to a safe place, but nothing is ever guaranteed on a deployment, and nothing is ever guaranteed in the stability of our world, and especially with his job, writing contracts while he's out and doing negotiations and all of that kind of stuff. You just never know. So he's going to go into this deployment with absolutely no regrets about his relationship with me or his relationship with our children. And oh my Lord, I'm going to cry again. And that is the most important thing at this point in our lives. And that's one of the things that I really want this channel to be, is budgeting is not just your money and your financials of your household. It's not just numbers on paper. It's your values and your life, and everything that goes into that paper is how you live your life. And I think, the mad hardcore savings that we did, last year to get us into our RV and be able to live mortgage free, that was wonderful and a perfect season for us. But with us having 4 very small children, we've decided to put the priority on making memories with our kids. We did the math, and we could save 75% of our income if we really buckled down and did, and just not beans and riced it, but just did the basics. And Scott could probably retire in like 7 or 8 years. Or we could live our lives and have a nice vacation fund and create beautiful memories with our children and with vacations and not things. And he can retire in 12 to 15 years. And that is the path that we chose. I know with Scott's deployment coming up, we've got kind of a lot planned for that. I'm planning on taking the girls on a big trip out west for 3 months, and we're going to road school for 3 months. I forgot to mention, we are going to homeschool again in the fall. We realized in, all of my self-introspection and, one of the things that kind of put me in such a depressed state was, aside from just my medicine being messed up, and I'm pretty sure that lovely change of life is happening, but, and that'll mess with anybody. I absolutely was lonely. I missed my children, and, it was, once we figured out that I missed my kids, and that was, one of the main things that was, I was just very lonely without my kids. And they had been asking to homeschool again. They'd been back in school, public school for 1 year and private school for another. They'd been back in school for 2 years, and then had homeschooled the year before. And all through that time, they've been asking to homeschool. So, and I had been very close to it because I thought it wasn't healthy enough and this and that and the other. But the kids are getting older now, and they're a little bit more self-sufficient when it comes to, mommy is having a bad day, we're going to homeschool in the bed, or we're going to do a lot of reading today, or we're going to go down the rabbit hole of YouTube and learn how hydroelectric dams work. Hydroelectric dams, yeah, how those work, or how astronauts eat in space. Those are 2 of my favorite questions that we've answered in homeschool. So we're going to homeschool again next year, and I'm super excited about it because that's going to give us a ton of flexibility when it comes to Scott's deployment. And I don't know if any of you are military spouses. If you are, thank you for your service. But you just gotta love your children through the year while your spouse is gone. And Scott is an incredibly involved father and hands-on dad, and so having having him gone is going to be a big hole to fill for a year. So we're going to do, I'm not going to cry. We're going to do like a round robin around the West and go see sites that we've never seen before and visit all of our military friends out there. I think we're going to be like 3 months. So we're going to start in Texas at one of Sophie's surgeries and then go all the way up to Washington State, out west to Los Angeles and up to Washington State and then down and back that way, and then we'll end it with one of her surgeries in Texas and then we'll come home. So that's kind of the plan. I really hope it works out because I've got this pie in the sky idea of what this is going to be, and my girls are super excited. They don't know that their daddy's deploying yet. We're not going to tell them until probably August that Scott's deploying, because one of our babies is a giant worrywart and one of them is an internalizer. So she internalizes all of her stress, and another one just constantly worries. And so as much as we can keep that off of them, the better. So you are going to see us have some definite financial goals coming up soon. We've got medical bills coming out of our eyeballs. So we're going to attack that like a debt snowball between my hospital stay and Mary Claire's hospital stay. We have great insurance, but we still have medical bills everywhere. So I've got to get those down and get those into a debt snowball type thing, and we're going to try and pay them as much as we can through our HSA, because that's like getting a 30% discount. So that's kind of what's coming up and what we kind of are looking at for the next few weeks and what's hit. All right, I want to know your take on it. Are you a saver or are you a memory maker? Are you we still are going to make these memories debt-free, and we're going to continue to live debt-free and without credit. But I'm curious what your take on it. Are you a memory maker and spend and enjoy your money and live your life while you have it? Or are you a hardcore financial independence, retire early, I can live my life later kind of person? So I'm really interested to see in the comments below what y'all do. So let me know. I always learn so well from y'all. So thank you so much for watching this video. As if I haven't told you today, you are a blessing in our lives, and it is always a blessing to have you in my home. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.